Hello, everybody. It is Miss Terrell, and I'm here with your first lesson of the week. This week, we are going to be talking about author's purpose, and we are going to click through the slides to learn. Now, you might see me over here, my little Bitmoji and a pie, and you're going to understand why that is in just 1 minute. All right? So for author's purpose, after we read a story, we have to ask a big question. Why did the author write the story? What is the purpose of the story? Is it trying to convince me of something? Is it trying to make me happy? What is it trying to do? So the author's purpose is all about pie. We say pie when we are trying to remember the author's purpose. There are 3 main reasons for an author to write a text. P, the P in pie stands for persuade. If an author is trying to persuade you, that means they're trying to get you to do something or believe what they are saying. Maybe it's a character in the story that's trying to convince another character of something. So here's an example. This pie is so delicious, you will want to go buy it right now. They're trying to persuade you to go buy the pie. Another example is, pies are on sale today for $3.99. What a great price. So they're trying to persuade you to buy a pie because it's on a great price and it's a great deal. Another example of persuading is, everybody watches TV, right? Have you seen those McDonald's commercials when they're telling you about their dollar menu? They're telling you what kind of toys they have in their Happy Meals. They're trying to convince you to buy their product. Whenever you see a sale ticket at a store, they're also trying to convince you to buy their product. They're trying to persuade you. And Chick-fil-A, my favorite thing on earth, those cows are trying to persuade me to eat more chicken. And then, of course, we do have the presidential elections coming up soon, and all of those advertisements that we see from the president is trying to persuade us to vote on one side or the other. So that is the P in pie. The I in pie stands for inform. When the author is informing you, they are just giving you information about a topic. For example, the average American eats 6 slices of pie each year. That is a fact, and that is informative, and that is just telling you information about a topic. Another example would be, pie has been around since the ancient Egyptians. That's a fact. So it is just giving you information, and it's not necessarily trying to persuade you to do something, and it's not always the most exciting thing, but it's informative. A lot of the times when we are reading informative text, they are nonfiction. So that means they are real stories based on true events. So here are some examples down below. I see some National Geographic books, I see a book about frogs, and I see a book about how to plant seeds. All of those things are going to inform me how to do something, and they might also explain the steps. Another example might be a recipe. So if you are reading a recipe on how to bake a chocolate cake, is it trying to persuade you to do it? Or is it just telling you how to do it? It's just telling you how to do it. It's informing you on how to bake a chocolate cake. So that is the I in pie. And finally, we get to the E, entertain. The E in pie stands for entertain. When the author is trying to entertain you, they are telling you a story that you will enjoy. Now, when you are entertained, that means you could either be sad or happy. It's giving you some sort of emotion. It's not convincing you to do something, so cross out persuade. It's not telling you about something, so cross out inform. If it's just a good, happy, entertaining story, then the author's purpose is just to entertain. For example, one day I was picking blackberries for a pie and a big hairy bear snuck up behind me. That wasn't persuading me to do something. It didn't tell me to whack the bear in the head. It didn't tell me about what kind of bear it was. It was just entertaining me. So some examples down below are some books that you might have read. The Pout Pout Fish, If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, No David, and The Very Hungry Caterpillar. These books are not trying to tell you some new information, and they're not trying to persuade you to do anything. So that means that they are entertaining. So that is the E in pie. Let's go all the way back to this first slide. Oops. I don't know where I'm going. Okay, right here. We say PI when we are trying to remember the author's purpose. So if you cannot remember what the author's purpose is, just remember PI, persuade, inform, entertain. I hope this lesson helped you guys, and I hope that you do awesome on all of your assignments this week.